What up, guys? I'm just here chilling, enjoying the glow from these hab lights. Yeah, you want to see how I built this crazy thing? You can't even see what you're looking at from that angle. Woo! But it don't matter. Come check it out, baby.
We're gonna do some repairs and some upgrades on these different pieces. These different pieces for this Necromunda board. I got this cool magnetized elevator, which I dig. This piece is on here, stuck out too much, and it bumped into the board. So that's the first adjustment I wanted to make. And I saved another isopropyl alcohol container. That was a hydrogen peroxide, but they're the same container. I'm gonna rig it up in there, but this time I'm gonna put it in far enough so that it doesn't bump. This one was sticking out just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So I saved the greebles from it. I got this cool like LED filament. I don't know. I never messed with it before. Let's look at it.
Pretty cool.
Since I had to put this in here, I fixed this anyways. I'm gonna put this in. I don't know where to put it, so I'm gonna mess with that for a minute. All right. Well, it's very long, quite a bit. Up, down the elevator. And then I can put this in here, maybe. I'm just super gluing this filament to this piece now. I'm using this thick super glue. I was going to show you a little trick I use with super glue. We all know the technique of using some baking soda to harden it, but I do like what I call a baking technique, because it's like getting flour on your hands so the dough doesn't stick to you. So I'll show it to you right now. I'm gonna put some glue on the side of it, and then before I mess with it, I'm gonna hold it with this thing and with my fingers. So I'm gonna put my fingers in the end of that thing in the baking soda. So whatever I touch, if I touch this thing with my hand, it won't stick to my fingers as much. Instead, it'll stick to the baking soda and do what it's supposed to do and make that really hard bond, as opposed to sticking it to your finger and then you ripping the piece off because it's stuck to your finger and not to the other piece. That's my technique. It doesn't
100% satisfaction guaranteed.
It's not 100% satisfaction guaranteed, but it does make it a little less frustrating. The downside is you end up with a bunch of baking soda CA glued to the tips of your fingers. So you have like, lizard fingers or something, but I'm okay with having lizard fingers. It's better than the frustration of
ripping the piece off.
And then I'll just like get a little on my finger, smear it like that. I really don't mind CA glue getting stuck to me though. It happens no matter what I do, so I might as well have it happen where and when I want it to happen, as opposed to super gluing my hand to the side of my face. But I guess that's my CA glue tip for the evening or morning or whatever time it is. Alright, next building I'm going to update. This one has an elevator too. It's inside this. All the way down to the bottom. I put in all these little brackets to hold the wires that go along the top. And I'm just going to use the little extra piece and I'm going to run the lights all through that. But what I need to do, and I started a little bit, was find a home for the actual switch. Digging in here a bit. Got the lights on this one done. The next thing is going to be taking one of these tubes and figuring out a way to connect these, but keeping it modular, and also putting your platforms while connecting those things and keeping it modular. So this is how I do that. So how the fuck are we gonna do this? First, I think I need to figure out a way to... I'm going to drill some holes in here and actually bolt this properly because I don't like how this is turning. And then that'll also clear this center spot for me to be able to run wires through. Let's go grab the random bolts and nuts and stuff and now find ourselves ones that fit. Okay, don't twist anymore. There's a bit of extra bolt stock sticking out here and I could hacksaw this off, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to glue it in here like this, so I'll just leave the nice looking edge facing down. Alright, so I got to get one of these to live on the inside of this. That's a better way to look at it. I'm going to try to get this to live on the inside of that. I got my template piece cut. I messed up a little bit and I cut that hole too big, and to solve that I'm just going to, I think it's probably just gonna be hot glue and skewers. Alright, the next bit I'm gonna get this piece that I made permanently attached to this. Screw around a little bit. Alright, I got this piece mounted on there. I want to put some texture on here, and I got this baby grate which has some cool pattern on it, so I'm just going to cut a big old chunk out of it.
I don't know what to say.
Looks cool.
That's what I always say. Boom, there's some flooring. Alright, here's a little dude for scale. Even though I like this shape, this cool bevel edge, I'm going to knock off the corners just to make it match that one over there. Number 2. So to mount these, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to drill some holes in this. They're not glued on yet. They're just pegged. I think I might leave it that way until I decide to figure out what kind of building structures I want on this, and then I'll glue them on when I do the buildings, because I might want to connect like a building here. I pulled some bits out of my bits box and started laying some stuff out. Okay, I'm going to try to record the voice stuff when there isn't a bunch of fans and stuff going. I know it's hard to hear me. I don't articulate the best, so I apologize for that. I have been trying to do subtitles so you can read the subtitles. Just mute my ass because I'm talking bullshit anyways. Splash, splash, splash. Oh, I set up some bits. Pulled some cool GW ones out. That's not the fun part. This whole huge thing of bits is really the fun part. As you can't see, okay, I got a giant box of bits. Can you see that? I'll just see the side. It's the side of the giant tote of bits. The problem with it is that I can't see anything in there because it's just too much junk. My wonderful, most amazing friend gave me this giant tote that's clear. So I'm going to put stuff in here. So I'm going to dig through this real quick and I'm going to find us some cool bits to add to this. Check it, I got the coolest friends. My buddy gave me the tote full with stuff, or an empty tote to fill with stuff, and then Boy Delition gave me more LED lights. So, and these ones look like I shouldn't paint them. Maybe. Actually, I'm gonna ask him. That's pretty cool. Man, now I want to make some robot or something and not use this for terrain. I got everything laid out on here. I forgot to hit record, so I didn't record it, but I have marked it and now I'm going to cut it. Now that I got all the pieces cut out, I'm going to go ahead and start gluing this on. As soon as my hot glue gun heats up. Yay! I'm gonna make a little vent real quick. Granny grading, a chunk of one of those kids' toy, surprise kids' toy thing. Just stick it on here. I'm gonna do a little detail on the top of this floor just so I can start building up. I'm gonna do it on both of them. I'm just gonna start on this one. We still rolling, you still can see, okay. So the reason that I did that is so that I can put on this really cool piece, which is some sort of actuated spindle with a wire. I don't know what it's for. No clear coat gave it to me. It's very long, but it doesn't stay out. But I was going to use it, it's got a little hook on it, so I was going to make some spots for it to be able to hook. So it's kind of like a modular zip line. So a little experiment I was going to do is found these little nails. So I was going to use them just to, you know, give the effect of rivets. Alright, we looking pretty cool, pretty greebled. I want to do some wires. Found this on the side of the road, so here's some wires. Okay, we're gonna run some wires. I got these little brackets that are for like, they were for like a storage container or something to put one of those together. And I saved all the extra little brackets. And I already got some wiring going down here, so I definitely am going to work off of there. Actually, before I put any more wires on, I want to do something else, which is I want to put some of this stuff to give that angle another texture.
I want to put some lights in it. I got these cool LED lights, but I gotta figure out how to make that happen. Okay, I think I got it figured out. Just drill a hole. I'll do. I need a bigger drill bit. I got the controller for these lights. Here's the wire. I'm going to wire it in here real quick. Oh, man, my workspace is a mess right now. Okay, let's start with where the problem was. So I wanted to get these lights in here so that they kind of shine through this fogged up plastic. But the stickiness is on the back of the lights, and although I could hot glue these just here, I'm pretty sure they'd be okay. I'm not gonna do that. I thought it would be cooler to make a little insert and put the lights around the insert. So we're going to try that with one first. Maybe. I'm cutting little skirts for these pieces, just so they stick on there a little bit better. That's the lights put in, at least half of them. I'm going to continue on. I gotta be able to run this cord through here, so I'm gonna drill a hole in the bottom of this one. We're down here on the floor, looking up at the lights. They are fairly bright. They look pretty cool from this angle, huh? Let's look at another angle. Plugged in right now, so it means I can't rotate it very much, but it looks cool. When I spray paint, I will mask these off. I might do some patterns on them that way too. But as far as that goes, I think this is pretty much finished. Cool bits, ladder details I like to add. It's like a twist tie from bread. Twist it, twist it, twist it. Just a little hot glue to keep it in its little side space. Other thing that I like to use are these little Lego bits. They're like a tree bit. These pieces make great little caps for your ladders.
I'm masking my problems while I mask these lights.
I want to get some more texture, debris, and refuse and whatnot. So we'll start up the top, so you guys can't see. And I know you're all dying to know about the rocks. So here's where they got to. They've been oil washed. They got dry brushed a little bit, then oil washed, primed, that whole thing. But I painted some models. Painted some ash waste dudes. They are okay. So obviously the bases don't match. The red kind of blends in, but the main wash I used on them is this antelope brown color. So I'm going to wash the rocks in the antelope brown and their bases. I think before I wash it in antelope brown though, I'm going to like give it a khaki dry brush so it pops a little bit more like the sand color, and then I'm going to wash it in antelope brown so that they all match. Got these nice sulfur yellow ruins. I dry brushed them kind of a khaki color. It was just yellow ochre mixed with white and a little bit of gray. And then I washed it with this antelope brown. It was about 10 parts water to 1 part antelope brown, approximately. So there you have it. I got some rocks and ash waste dudes for ash waste games. But we're in the final stages of this before priming it. I'm just doing that old favorite thing of kind of clear coating all of it with glue, especially where there's exposed foam, so that when I prime it, I don't kill it. Right. I am building this for a very particular reason. I'm running a Necromunda game at Arcanecon on November 17th and 18th in Northampton, Mass. At the First Church. It's a really cool get together. A lot of cool people. I've been really enjoying Conjure Crafts videos. Recent one of Touchgrass. Awesome. I loved it. It's great. Very inspiring. Yeah, well, guys, hit me up if you want to see anything in particular or whatever the hell, you know. Oh yeah, I got a Patreon. I'll try to remember to put the link in the description. So, and it's been incredibly helpful. I haven't been able to afford much lately, so I've been really scrounging out of the garbage with stuff, which I don't mind doing that, but there's things like I use my last glue gun, or last glue gun. I used my last glue stick in the glue gun today to finish this. That's why I'm not going to push any more detail on it, because I don't really have the glue sticks at the moment.
But because of my patrons, I have enough to go buy another box of glue sticks. So that I can't express enough appreciation to my patrons. I can flash your names on the screen if you guys want that type of thing. I don't necessarily want my name flashed on all the screens just because I'm, you know, helping somebody out. That isn't really my thing, so that's not where my mind goes with it. But I give you all a shout out. Like, I love you dearly. That's incredibly awesome for you to do that, especially because I'm in a situation right now where I don't have very much cash. So the fact that somebody else in a time where people don't have very much cash, most of us don't have very much cash, and a few of us have a lot of it. It's very cool to see the people that will share it for something that they love. So I appreciate that. But I'm gonna quit rambling. I'm gonna get this thing coated up, and we'll let it dry. Get some glamour shots. Probably start editing this video. But yeah, love y'all.
So I got a magenta light on there, casting some light, because I didn't put any lights on the actual piece, so it's not lit up as much as the flooring is. So I realized that I really do have to put in those other LEDs, which I will here in the future. But as far as this goes, I really dig how it looks.